What's up, guys? Just a short video, first video I've made. Got a FS128T. Just wanted to show you an idea I came up with. I'm trying to rig some lights up here in the front, some of these nav lights. One of the frustrations I have with this kayak is you cannot get to these lights from that hatch. There's just no way, you can't reach it. So I figured, it'd be really nice if we had a hatch up here in the front, but this rod tip holder is in the way, this rod tip protector. So what I did is, as you can see, installed a deck hatch. Took a lot of time thinking and a lot of courage to cut that hole in the deck, I'll tell you that. But I found the exact deck lid that they use back there in the back. Found the exact same one. Found it online, installed it, bolted the bottom side of it to this rod tip protector. Now you can just put it on there. Now you have a place to access these lights up front. And what I did with the wiring is I didn't want any of the wiring to show, and I didn't want any of the wiring to go all the way down the top of the deck. I wanted it to stay inside. So what I did is I took some of these. I don't know if you can see that. I'm doing this at night in the garage. Took some of those and I installed these underneath with washers underneath each one of these bolts right here. So that way when I came through here with the lights underneath, they go into these retaining clips, whatever you call these things, cable holders. And that's what keeps it secured to the bottom side of this deck lid. The reason for that is because you don't want to be stretching on the wires, putting stress behind these lights right here, pulling the wires through in that direction. You want them to be secured right here in a tight spot, so that way when you yank on them back there for whatever reason, if you're getting inside the deck and something pushes up against them, it's not going to be a big deal. And what I ended up doing with the wiring is I bought some of this 5-strand 18 gauge wire right here. This is 5 strands. I believe it's actually, I think it's big. I think it's smaller than 18 gauge. But anyway, the idea here was that I could run multiple conductors, multiple sets of light. I could do the nav lights up front, and I could do a stern light in the back. And also another idea that I had is I was going to go with these things called cable glands. What you do with these is you just cut a hole in the deck, and you run your cable through this thing. When you tighten the top piece, I don't know if you can see that rubber seal in there. As you tighten this cap, it puts a watertight seal around that cable. So you install one of these anywhere in the deck that you want to run wire in, but you don't want water to go in with it. So that was kind of the idea of running this cable here. But anyways, just wanted to give you all that idea there. If you need some access to the front to put some nav lights and keep your wires hidden, it's pretty easy to go. You just look for the 8-inch round, I believe the brand on this thing is Sea Dog. I don't have a part number, but I'll put it in the description of the video. But it is a Sea Dog. It's the exact same deck lid that they used when they manufactured this kayak. It's the same one as in the back. And like I said, just cut your hole, get your fitment right on putting this rod tip protector on top of the lid, and it should turn out pretty nice. It fits pretty flush actually whenever you tighten it down. One thing that I checked for is underneath here, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't sitting up so high where some stuff could get up underneath there. What I ended up having to do is get up in here with a Dremel, and you have to Dremel away some of this material right here in order for it to sit flat on the edge of this ring right here. Anyways, first video, hope y'all enjoyed it, hope you find it helpful.